Welcome back. Maricopa County election officials are cautioning voters there that it could take up to 13 days to tabulate ballots. They say that's because of the bigger than usual ballots and the higher voter turnout. Deputy Elections Director Jennifer Bluey has emphasized the need for patience from everyone. This warning echoes others we're hearing from other battleground election officials, including those in Pennsylvania. They have noticed potential delays in counting their votes. Here's what Pennsylvania Election Supervisor Al Schmidt had to say about counting delays during a recent interview with 60 Minutes.
So in 2020, it took 4 days to call the election in Pennsylvania. What took so long?
When you have half of your voters vote by mail, like we did in 2020, counting those votes takes time.
Laws about when they can start to count those votes, but let's welcome in now the president and the executive editor of the Daily Signal, Rob Bluey, back with us. Rob, great to see you.
Good to see you, John. Thank you.
The thing that I don't understand is how a country like Argentina or Italy, when they have surprise election results, they can somehow wrap this up in one night. And Italy and Argentina are not countries that you normally hear about as being like beacons of efficiency when it comes to government operations.
Well, you've got that right. The American people deserve to know who won and who lost on Election Day. There is no question in my mind that that is possible. And what you're hearing from people in Arizona and Pennsylvania and some of these other states that are now putting out these warnings, I think is a big cautionary tale that the American people should not stand by this, and they should demand that there is a quicker count. Let's face it, 10 to 13 days gives us 2 weeks of uncertainty. That is just unacceptable. Yeah. I don't care how long the ballot is. Do what you can to get those ballots counted. In Pennsylvania in particular, we know that that state is likely going to be the deciding factor in the presidential race. They need to be doing everything they can to get an answer as quickly as possible on Election Day.
My question, and I think this is a fair question, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, but can the country handle, 10 days to figure out Arizona? Can they wait 5 days, 4 days to figure out what the result is in Pennsylvania? If that's what's going to determine the outcome of the election, what do you think is going to happen to our country?
Yeah. John, it's a great question, and there's a great concern about this because you'll remember that the American people have already lost trust in the electoral process in our country. Whether it's Democrats or Republicans, they know that there are problems when it comes to vote counting, and they've seen what's happened in 2016 and 2020, and obviously an unusual situation in 2020 with the pandemic. I would have hoped that 4 years from that point, we could have fixed some of the laws. And so, yes, it is a big problem. If Florida can do it, if Florida can figure out how they can go from the laughingstock in 2000 with the Bush-Gore election to getting everything done on Election Day, I think these other states can too.
Yeah, I have the luxury, I say, of voting in Florida. I mean, it's not really a luxury. It's what everyone should have. But we get to fill out our paper ballots. You can take a picture of your ballot if you want. And your ballot they keep track of it in a lockbox until the whole thing is over. It gives you a lot of confidence as a voter in Florida. And I feel very fortunate to have that. I wish everyone did. All right, we got Rob coming back with us. We're going to talk more in just a moment. Rob, stand by if you can. We'll be back.